crew, I see you. Die hard. Trap. We gonna do this one the right way. We in here forever. Yeah. Die hard. Homie, die hard. You can check the swag, he the realest by far. Swimming in that blue and orange, he the lifeguard. Yeah, he been through pain, at least he got some nice scars. He can smell the trophy, yeah, you need it back to back. Represent himself, his own name is on his back. 10 toes down, try to stop him, he come back. Bandwagon hoppers, he will knock you off your tracks. You ain't saying nothing, Nero been here from the start. He been working in the lab to take his team and make it art. See him going over film to help him build and make him smart. He will tell you how he feels because he's real and he got heart. He will never fade away, he will never change his face. Everybody picking faves and he's feeling out of place. Cause he is for the team and he always rep the squad. Like that Christmas movie, he gon' always die hard. City on my back. They ask me what's my name and it is on my back. I'm just speaking facts. We got big dreams, we ain't looking back. We be really die hard, yeah, that's a fact. We be really die hard, ain't no going back. Make the whole crowd rise like a thermostat. Fourth quarter, I'm the killer that's gonna murder that.
Saka! What's good, guys? It's your boy Die Hard Eru in the place to be. As you can see, got the black t-shirt, got the Die Hard in the head. You know what it is. Daniel Berry Sports, the first guy to pop up in here. This is kind of like a shotgun podcast. I got a busy night tonight. I will be going live on the Nick of Time show a little bit later, about 8 o'clock or so. So just wanted to get some thoughts out. This is the podcast that I've been trying to put out for almost 2 weeks now. Just being busy from random things, just from work and whatever else goes on in people's lives. You know what I'm saying? That's why I couldn't get this thing simple podcast for 2 weeks now. But anyway, this is Dire Knicks on YouTube for those that are watching on YouTube. I'm not sure if I'm on Twitter at the moment, but I tried to go on Twitter just now, so we'll see if that pops in or not. But right here on YouTube, I started posting shorts again, so I will be doing that a lot more often. Posting clips from this podcast and the things that you see here. I'll be posting clips and stuff. So as you can see, I've been doing that recently, but I'm gonna do it more often now, man. So please support. As you can see, right now the community is giving the views up 458 on one and 565 on the other. So if you guys are fans of the podcast, please, if you're subscribed to YouTube, which you should be, if you're not subscribed already, please do so now. And please check out these videos, hit the thumbs up, and whatever you guys like to do, share it or whatever, man. If you want to let people know about the podcast and stuff, this is a good way to do it. Take a look at these shorts and then hear what he has to say. Also follow me on Instagram too. Instagram, you'll be seeing the same content on Instagram as well, man. So just want to point that out before we get it started here, man. Because right now it's the trade season. December 15th actually passed not too long ago. So basically, that was 3 days ago. So 3 days ago, I wanted to do a lead-up podcast, and this is it here. So December 15th is when most trades can start to happen now. All the people that were signed in the offseason, now they're eligible to be traded or whatever. It's like the first few of them are starting to get eligible now. The rest of them are going to start getting eligible as time goes on. Of course, the trade deadline is in February. So we're talking about December, January, February. So only 2 months left until the trade deadline. So there could be a lot of movement in the NBA, not just trades, but also signings. There's a lot of free agents available out there. So we won't be talking about all of that stuff today, but just a couple of things that pertain to the Knicks and some things I wanted to touch on myself. You know what I'm saying? So there's plenty of ways to get better, man. But are we going to get better from outside sources, inside sources, or just from right on the bench that we have available to us? So anyway, before we get started, let's take a look at what's going around the New York City sports area. So right now the Yankees, man. Shout out to what's my guy's name? Shout out to oh my God, I can't get Money's name. But anyway, I'm like brain dead. But one of our followers here, he's pissed off at me because I put on my stories a Yankees video, right? So I'm a Yankee fan. I like the Mets. I like the Mets because they're from New York. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why. But I don't follow the Mets. We do have Mets things here. We have a Mets blanket because we went to go to a soccer game, but I'm not a Mets fan. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody comes over and sees anything with the Mets, it's not because I'm a fan. It's because it's New York. And, literally, I could walk to City Field. I was gonna say Shea Stadium. I could walk to City Field if I want to, on a nice summer day. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, without further ado, the Yankees made a couple signings, man. We lost out on Soto, which is something I don't want to talk about anymore. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, the Yankees end up getting a closer. You know what I'm saying? So this is the closer that we got via trade. So that's a hype video. So let me go back to so we was looking at. So we did get a closer, one of the best closers in the league, and his name is I believe something Williams. I can't think of it right now. But we also got a starting pitcher, Max Fried, as you can see right there. There goes the guy, Devin Williams. I was thinking Deron Williams. His name is Devin Williams. You know what I'm saying? So he's like probably one of the best closers in the league. Also, I mentioned one of the better actually probably like the best left-handed pitcher or one of the best left-handed pitchers in the league. And Max Fry, we signed him to a major contract. Also, we end up trading for Cody Bellinger. So shout out to Chad Bellinger. So this is Chad Bellinger's son, if anybody didn't know that. If I'm not mistaken, that's Chad Bellinger's son. So his dad used to be a Yankee, so now he's a Yankee now. So he's athletic, but a lot of people keep talking about him playing first base. Yankees actually have outfielder first on his name here, and then first baseman. So he'll probably play both. So we'll see. But the Yankees are not done, man, because we're going to be looking to fill up other positions as well. It's not a Yankee podcast, but I gotta talk about it since that's the major movement happening right now. Outside of that, on the Mets side of things, they just signed Juan Soto. They signed Juan Soto. They signed one of the Yankees pitchers, and I believe that's it, right? So I mean, the Mets fans keep talking shit about Soto, but what else are they doing to improve their roster? So that's for another conversation, for anybody that wants to get mad at me. But anyway, let's scroll down. Tomorrow, for those that want to hang out with me, man, I will be at a place called Pando Park Avenue in Midtown. That's on the east side, right on Park Avenue. I believe it's on it's like south of 30 something street. I forgot what exact street it is. But it's definitely on Park Avenue. It's 450 Park Avenue South. You know what I'm saying? Area code 116. You know what I'm saying? $20 for tickets. So you will have to go on here and find the link from Knicks OmniFan, and you'll be able to buy tickets to go to this event. It's a watch party, so they're gonna have a DJ from Hot 97. That's DJ Trace. If anybody knows who that is, he'll be on the 1 and 2s. Also, they're also gonna have like giveaways and raffles, and they also have some celebrities too. That's affiliated with DJ Trace, and friends of the Knicks OmniFan crew. So you know if you've ever been to one of these events, or if you ever if you actually follow these guys on social media, they put together a lot of fan events and stuff, man. A lot of good stuff from these young ladies. And I've been following them for a while. I went to some of their first events, you know what I'm saying, as far as Knicks events is concerned. And the ladies are trying their best to put out some good good events for fans and stuff like that, man. So if you're interested and if you're free, it's a late night thing. It's gonna start at 8:30. The game starts at 9:30. You know what I'm saying? So come there, get some good food, because I heard the food is good there. Listen to some good music. Hang out with some Knicks fans and stay as late as you can. Game's probably gonna be over at 12. You know what I'm saying? So come out and enjoy yourself for a late night game here against the Minnesota Timberwolves. If you're gonna be up late watching the game, might as well be up hanging out with some Knicks fans. So anyway, come out and hang out. I'll put the link in the comments right now, so you guys could follow that if you want to. The link will be in the comments, as you can see, it's right there. So let's get into some Knicks action here. Let me get rid of some of this stuff here. I got too much links here. Let me get rid of these links. Make sure I don't get rid of the links that I want to keep there. So anyway, this is our Knicks here. This is our starting squad here. Let me get this out of here. This is our starting squad, right? So when we first got this together, we were thinking like, wow, this is going to be an instant thing, because Carl-Anthony, matter of fact, before Carl-Anthony Towns trade, we went and got Mikal Bridges. So we thought with Julius and DiVincenzo and Mikal Bridges, and also OG with Brunson and Josh. We thought this was going to be like just going to come out smoking. You know what I'm saying? We probably would have, you know what I'm saying? But the Knicks ended up making this trade for Carl-Anthony Towns, and it changed the whole dynamics of the team here. So anyway, this is our starting five. This is before they even played a game together. They doing press for Kith here with these leather jackets and stuff like that. So far, this starting lineup has produced a lot of major scoring games. I think we scored 148 or 43, whatever it is, points in one game. I believe that was against Denver, one of the better teams in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So we are able to put points on the board, playing defense and things of that nature. is still something that needs to be figured out. But the Knicks can defend, help defense and stuff like that if once the scoring is up. If the Knicks got the scoring going, then we can get some stops as far as getting out in transition and stuff like that, getting steals and that type of thing, and pushing the ball and pushing the pace. We could really do that with this group. But we definitely have some major problems. And it's not just defense, not just simply defense and not just simply rim protection. We got problems rebounding the basketball as well. You know what I'm saying? We do a good job team rebounding. Josh Hart definitely helps out with that. But Josh Hart is not a forward. You know what I'm saying? He's a guy. He's a shooting guard that can actually rebound really well for his position. And I think that's how we need to look at it. As far as OG could guard power forwards and he could guard centers, but that doesn't mean that he is a power forward center. You know what I'm saying? It means that he's just a small forward that's just big as fuck. You know what I'm saying? A really good defender and strong. You know what I'm saying? But he should be playing small forward. With Mikal Bridges, they got him playing small forward, but he only averages about 3 rebounds per game. We'll break more of that stuff down as we talk about it. But he could play small forward. He can guard some power forwards, but he's really a shooting guard. So he shouldn't be asked to play forward, and he shouldn't be asked to guard the power forward. People could argue with me and say, "Hell, but he was on the Phoenix Suns and they won 60 something games with him at small forward." Yeah, you're right. But they also had other guys at other positions doing what they're supposed to do as far as rebounding and doing other things that those other positions could do. So if everybody else is doing their job, then the defense that we all talked about, the wing stop defense, Mikal Bridges is one of those guys that as long as everybody else is doing their job, Mikal Bridges looks fantastic. Especially offensively, he can get out and do whatever you need him to do as long as everybody else is there doing their job. Same thing on defense. If everybody's locking down their position, if you got a true power forward, true center, saying true point guard, true shooting guard, and true power forward, then you can have a Mikal Bridges at small forward and let him just pick up the pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like, blow the horn. Pick up the pieces. You know what I'm saying? For anybody knows the joke reference. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So that's my synopsis here. That's my little rundown with this Knicks squad. So are we finished? Is this the squad that we have here? Outside of these guys, if you want to look at the depth chart, guys, I got the ESPN depth chart. Like I said, starting lineup, you got Anthony Towns, OG, you got Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, and Brunson. Coming behind Brunson is Cameron Payne. I think that's fantastic. I love Cameron Payne's game. I love his energy, his leadership, everything he brings to this team. I love it. People in the beginning of the season, even before the fucking season started, they wanted Tyler Kolek to be the backup point guard, and they're talking about minutes and all this other stuff. But how much minutes did you expect a Tyler Kolek to get in behind Brunson? You know what I'm saying? So, Tyler Kolek could play. I'm not saying that he's trash or nothing, but Cameron Payne is the guy that needs to be the backup point guard, and he's shown that throughout the season here. And people will say, "Oh, but what Tom Thibodeau didn't give Tyler Kolek enough chance." That's a tired argument to me, man. Cameron Payne already has a resume and he's been, certified in this NBA already, for what he can do. You want to talk about Mikal Bridges in that 60-something win team? Cameron Payne was on that team too. You know what I'm saying? Averaging double figures and, 5 assists per game off the bench and all this other stuff, man. 4 or 5 assists per game. So Cameron Payne has been a part of winning situations and he actually was playing. You know what I'm saying? So that's end of that. Mikal Bridges, they got him listed as shooting guard here, but he's not really. Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, neither one of them should be a small forward, guys, in my opinion. Deuce McBride is the first guard off the bench there outside of Cameron. He's really a shooting guard. But, if I can click him, hopefully I don't get any problems here. He's 6'1". They list him at 6'1", 195, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he's not a true shooting guard. He doesn't have any size to him. He's really like a point guard he's a shooting guard in a point guard's body. He does horrible at running point guard. He can't play point guard. Period. So Josh Hart, can he play point guard? Yes, I think he plays good. But should he play point guard? No. That's why Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart to me is a good fit. Mikal Bridges and Brunson in the backcourt is also a good fit. But anyway, just keep on scrolling here. The backup small forward and power forward, on this depth chart, they have Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart. And that's exactly what Tom Thibodeau wants. Precious is finally back playing now. Hopefully he doesn't have any setbacks. But Precious is now like the first true big man off the bench now. They got him here listed on the ESPN here, listed as the backup center. He's really backup center, backup power forward kind of for the Knicks now. So, just looking at that, just ignoring Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart, you're talking about an 8-man, not even 5, 6, 8-man rotation there, tight 8-man rotation here in the beginning of the season, beginning of the regular season. Nobody else is playing outside of these guys. You know what I'm saying? If you keep on scrolling, like I said, Tyler Kolek, Tom Thibodeau just not playing him. Matt Ryan, we went through so much trouble to sign that fucking guy. You know what I'm saying? We don't play him. Shout out to Jericho Sims, who was playing a lot of minutes before out of necessity. He is not playing anymore. So we can't talk about Jericho. We can't kick him while he's down anymore, right? Jericho Sims just doesn't play. Scroll down. Anybody else? I don't see anybody else. Everybody wants Hakporti to play, including myself. I would like to see him play. But right now he's not playing at all. He's not playing at all. Booey's been on the bench a couple times. He's been playing in Westchester, but he's been on the Knicks bench a couple times as well. Pacome Dadier's been, he got some minutes here and there, but Tom Thibodeau refuses to play him also. Jacob Toppin, forget about it. We're never going to see Jacob Toppin play, only in the G League if you like him. And then we'll talk about Mr. Robinson in a second. But this is the Knicks roster. So we only got 3 playable players off the bench, and the rest of the players that are available. So you're talking about 8 players, right? How many players are available to play? 12. So you're talking about 4 guys that are just never going to play ever. They have no value to anything that Tom Thibodeau wants to do, and that's not good. We can't have guys on the bench that simply are useless to us and only going to play if we get blown out. And that's not cool. So if anything happens to Brunson or, God forbid, any of these guys, then we have nobody that Tom Thibodeau feels comfortable pulling from. Because if we've been having one guy out, 2 guys out, we've been lucky to have the majority of these guys available. So what happens if OG and Mikal is out? Then who the hell is going to play? Who the hell is going to play? So that is a major problem with our New York Knicks. And you can look no further than Tom Thibodeau for not getting the rest of the guys available, not using the guys, even if the guys suck. I mean, because there's no excuse, because Jericho Sims sucks. But the dude was playing and was starting. Not starting. Was he starting? Yeah. Not starting. He was coming off the bench, I would say, for Karl-Anthony Towns. He started when Karl-Anthony Towns was out a couple times. So Jericho Sims is the only one playing out of necessity. But outside of that, we can't just have bums like Jericho Sims coming in there playing out of necessity. Matt Ryan, what I'm saying, all these different guys here coming into play just because we have no other choice. And these guys come in and only play 10 minutes. So what are they doing for us? The rest of the guys are still playing 48 minutes. So, we've been talking about this for so long and we cannot talk about it anymore. I feel like we really need to fix the problems that we have here, dude. You know what I'm saying? And we'll get into that in a second. As far as problems with the roster, like me personally, and a lot of you guys also, which I'll say hi to you guys in a second. We have a problem with rebounding. We have a problem with toughness and stuff like that. Defense, right? So rim protection and all this other stuff. What other way to fix the starting lineup is to bring in a player, from off the bench here. So make a roster move where we bench somebody and start somebody. So just for shits and giggles, I don't want to bench Josh Hart. But people are saying bench Josh Hart and have Mikal Bridges at shooting guard, OG at the small forward, and then we start Precious. So I don't mind this. When Precious got it going, like Tom Thibodeau said this in the beginning of the season, which I think everybody agrees. You got to have Precious in action where he's moving. You know what I'm saying? You cannot have him standing around. You have to have him moving and involved in the offense. The Knicks were doing that in the preseason, and it looked fantastic before you hurt his hamstring. You know what I'm saying? So Precious, once he gets it going, once he gets the juices flowing again, he could be a viable option as a starting power forward. So like I said, just had the depth chart up. You start him at power forward, OG next to him. That brings a lot of toughness next to Karl-Anthony Towns. So that will solidify whatever rebounding problems and also whatever rim protection problems you think we might have. Because now OG can help out with the power forward and the center properly now. You know what I'm saying? While he's doing his 3-and-D thing. Precious can actually help out with the rebound, help Karl-Anthony Towns. Karl-Anthony Towns is by himself. 13 rebounds at sometimes at the half. He's getting doubles at the half. So Precious being out there will definitely help him with the boxing out and stuff like that. Will maybe help somebody else sneak in and get a rebound. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely going to help by default. Also, Precious is a decent shot blocker. So that will help out a lot. He's also a good perimeter defending, moves his feet and things of that nature. But he does have Jericho Sims tendencies where he falls asleep a lot. You know what I'm saying? So he's not perfect, man. But just to fix the little problems that we have in the starting lineup, will help out a lot. Josh Hart coming off the bench will also help out too, rebounding. Having Josh Hart with Deuce and Cameron Payne will be a good mix to have. But then you still have your problems with the big man off the bench. You have to play Jericho Sims or Hawk Porty or somebody. But Tom Thibodeau doesn't seem like he's too excited about that, and I don't think any of you guys are excited about that group coming off the bench either with Jericho Sims. I know we could deal with it, but that's not the best option for us. So I mean, that's just one person there. But we'll get into some more stuff here. But I just want to say what's up to everybody popped in here. Once again, Jeremy Berry Sports popped in. We got Old Head in here, Nostalgic Knicks. You're talking about Soto, man. Soto's contract was outrageous, so I'm glad that we pivoted and now we're looking to fix the entire roster rather than just one position. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Like I said, just a reminder here for the get together for a watch along at with Knicks OmniFan. Please check this link out if you guys are interested in hanging out with me. I will be out there tomorrow, so come out. You got Geraldine in the place. What's up? Scrolling down, we got Pierre Moise in the place. Who else we got up in here before we move on here? Michael Fuller. He said, "What changes were made?" I don't know what changes were made. So maybe I missed what you were talking about. Maybe you're talking to somebody in the lineup in the chat here or something. But we'll keep it moving so we can explain the different things. As far as this depth chart is concerned here too, man. How can we improve? Behind the center because we got Precious and I think we all agree we need another big. So the one person that's coming available now, Senor Jack LaLanne here with all these workout videos and stuff. You can just cue in the push it to the limit video music, push it to the limit, or like what a feeling or whatever the fuck you want to put in here, watching Mitch Robinson work out. And I think guys get like homoerotic feelings watching this guy work out and stuff. Because I'm looking at what he's doing, and I can do all these lifts at 5'10", whatever. And I've been doing these lifts with more weight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not. Excuse me if I'm not impressed by watching this guy work out, man. He's not even sweating. So I mean, like, what the fuck is going on? He's doing like Pilates and stuff. I know his rehab. He's not really running yet. I don't even think he's running yet. So it's like weird. This guy. Bill posts his videos. He's allowed to do what he wants to do, but it's for his fans to everybody know that he's working. He should be working. So I don't know. As you can see, his right calf muscle looks a little weird. I don't know if that he just shaved one leg and he has hair on one leg and not. I don't understand. This guy is I'm just not a fan of Mitchell Robinson. I just think everything about him is about athleticism, not much technique or anything that goes along with that. He has good defensive instincts, but it is not an instant thing. It's going to take him a while for him to get used to it. But anyway, he is coming back, so that will help us a lot because he's better than Jericho. Whatever bullshit I'm saying, he's better than Jericho. So adding Precious and him to the mix will absolutely help. But it still doesn't fix the problems that we have as far as wings. So I know you saw the mix there. Then look, this is the guy here. Does this guy have like dirty pictures of Tom Thibodeau doing some wild shit? Was Tom Thibodeau at a Diddy party or something, and this guy Landry Shamet has pictures of this guy or something like this? Because the Knicks basically put on hold their entire season, in my opinion. After this guy busted his shoulder, they don't want nobody else to play but Landry Shamet. And then the Knicks have other options that we could have used, up until this point. But we chose to just bury the team in an 8-man rotation that was kind of like 7 and 6-man rotation at times. You know what I'm saying? If you want to count playing a guy 2 minutes as a rotation, you know what I'm saying? We basically put the whole team on hold for this fucking guy. So I like Shamet. I think he's a good basketball player, and I was very excited by the way he was playing leading up to his injury there. But he busted his shoulder. So you mean to tell me he broke his shoulder? He might not even come back. It seemed like he is coming back because he played a game in Westchester. So he'll probably be signed to the big club soon. We'll talk about that in a second. But we put like a quarter of the season on hold for this guy. So I mean, was it worth it? The Knicks did hold it down. We didn't fall too far in the doldrums, in the freaking catacombs. And we were still a winning team, but we waited for this guy, man. So it's just annoying to me, that there's so many other options that we could have went with that we decided to just put everybody on hold. Not even play the guys that were available. I'm talking about Pacome and all these guys and Hot 40. We could have played guys. Even we signed Matt Ryan. We signed Matt Ryan over playing, Jacob Toppin and stuff like that. We had guys that could play, but we chose not to play anybody, because we're waiting for this fucking guy. So it's all good. So shout out to Ian Bagley here, he made a report with the wind blowing and stuff like that. So God bless him. Cool day. He's out there standing with the microphone, totally unnecessary, but he did this for us, man. He's just talking about Landry Shamet, saying that he could be available and talking about different ways that we can get him. He also did mention TJ Warren also, only because he's a veteran. So the Knicks are going to keep them in the G League for now, because they I believe he was talking about the G League showcase, as you can see on the screen. It says G League showcase in Orlando this week. Both players will play in the showcase, so the Knicks won't call anybody up until the showcase is over. But again, we're putting the team behind the eight ball now, where we absolutely need TJ Warren. We absolutely need a TJ Warren. We absolutely could use a Landry Shamet. So he also talks about the apron. So in order to fit guys under the apron, we actually could sign him to a contract and it'll fit. But if we needed extra salary, he did mention two guys here that these guys here could be actually waived. You know what I'm saying? That's interesting to me. So these guys, both of these guys are signed to regular contracts, so they could be waived, but they also could be re-signed as two-way players too, man. So one of these guys could be waived, and then we can make room for Shamet, which Shamet is coming. Pause. Shamet is definitely coming. You know what I'm saying? So one of these guys could get waived and put on a two-way contract. So I wouldn't be too upset about that. But I want TJ Warren on the roster too. I don't know about you guys. I would love to get TJ Warren on his roster. You know what I'm saying? So, is it possible to just get rid of Matt Ryan? Because I don't think he's ever going to play any meaningful minutes for the Knicks. Hawk 40, we want him on the roster. Is it possible to trade a Jericho Sims off this team already if we're never going to use him for anything? Because he's also been in the news, Jericho Sims, about teams asking about him because he's Tom Thibodeau's never going to play him. He has value, so maybe another team will use him a different way. You know what I'm saying? So, can we trade Jericho? Maybe get a second rounder or something, for Jericho Sims, to throw him out, just to make room for some of the players that we have on this roster that can make this team better. This depth chart thing that I pointed out before, like I said, the 8-man rotation, and then we got like just useless guys that are never going to play. So we need to get guys in here that will play. And I just think that the time is now to do this now. So I believe that's interesting, man. So stay tuned. Look out for these little things here. Why do I care so much about TJ Warren? But my thing is, why do the Knicks give you so much shit about Landry Shamet, fam? I don't know if they have the stats fixed here, because the G League site is trash, man. It looks nice physically, but they don't update it. But anyway, Shaman has scored 10 points in his debut game, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Actually, his jump shot was wet. He shot pretty good, you know what I'm saying? So he's ready to go. He just needs to get a couple of warm-up runs, and then he'll more than likely get his contract and come up and play with us, man. So, we'll talk. I guess I'll talk about how he fits with what's going on with us. If you guys remember the not summer league, the preseason, the Knicks look fantastic. So that's how we're gonna play. If you wanna know, we don't necessarily have to harp on that. Let's go down to TJ Warren. What has TJ Warren been doing? I know I mentioned him on the podcast plenty of times, but look at his stats, man. 25, 7, and 3. He's also averaging a block, and I believe a steal and like almost a block or something like that. Good percentages all across the board. So I mean, he needed to prove that he could be healthy. He hasn't missed a game yet. 6'8", 220. He could absolutely come off the bench and help us in that backup small forward spot. I don't even care if Shamet comes back, because if Shamet comes back, then we still have room for TJ Warren to help us out. Because then I would want Precious to play. You got TJ Warren, then you also got Shamet, and then you could play Cameron Payne and Deuce. Deuce, like I said, Deuce is not a point guard. I'd rather play Cameron Payne. You know what I'm saying? If Shamet's back, not for nothing, I'd rather play Shamet. But if we're going to play guys and keep guys fresh, then Deuce is definitely going to be in the mix in that. Then now you have 11 guys that if we have injuries, we can easily plug these guys in, and now we don't have to worry about wasting fucking roster spaces, where we actually got guys where we can pull a Deuce and let Deuce play major minutes if guys get hurt. You know what I'm saying? I think that's extremely important to get us through a season, especially if we know we can rely on these guys to play, where we can say, okay, well, listen, we're gonna give Brunson the day off because we know we got Cameron Payne, Shamet, and Deuce. Let's give Brunson the day off so he can just massage his legs or something like that. Shout out to Dan Bright. Dan Bright just subscribe. So I definitely appreciate it. If you're watching and haven't subscribed, please do so, man. It definitely helps the channel out. Like I said, I'm going to be getting busy, man. So please subscribe. That way you guys will know what's going on. A lot of people keep saying, "Hey, man, are you still doing the podcast? Kind of like what you're doing, man. But I haven't seen it on my phone." I said, "Well, hit the fucking subscribe button, dude." And then you look at their phone. Oh yeah, not subscribed. Yeah, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? And that way you could be notified. So anyway, I really like the idea of getting TJ Warren on his roster, man. So just scroll down here. Guys like Jacob Toppin, he's been killing in the G League. So I had an argument with somebody online. I just said fuck him. I think I muted him on Twitter or whatever. He's averaging 21, 9, and 1 in the G League. You know what I'm saying? So every time he plays, he kicks ass there. So people saying, "Oh yeah, but how come he's not playing that way with in New York?" Yeah, because Tom Thibodeau's not playing him at all. You know what I'm saying? So but how can I argue? Oh, just play him 30 minutes per game. That's not going to work. But at the same time, we have needed players to play. But when Jacob Toppin comes out there, he's more content with just passing the ball. If guys want it in the NBA, they gotta show it. Even if they get 30 seconds, they gotta let it be the craziest 30 seconds that the coach has ever seen to make him want to play him sometimes. But Toppin doesn't do that. Toppin just out there kind of like in the motions where he just wants to run in the corner and watch other guys do things. But in the G League, if you ever watch the G League game, this guy actually is a good basketball talent. So it's just weird. Do guys really want to be successful or not, or are they just content with the money and the fame or whatever that they have? Are they more just good? Are they just content with that? Do they want to be great? Do they want to play major minutes? Do they want to be in the record books and stuff like that? Do you want to have that type of notoriety and longevity as far as success and just want to live forever? You don't want to live forever? What's the point of playing professional sports and being on TV and having dickheads like me talking about you all day long? What's the point of even putting yourself in that hat if you're not going to go full throttle with it, man? You know what I'm saying? So, it's something to think about. I don't know if there's anybody else. Oh, Chuma Okike. He has a lot of fans also, 16, 9, and 5. So he's been playing pretty good too. So he has a lot of fans within the organization and within the fan base that also enjoy the way that he plays too. So I wouldn't mind him being called up as well. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind all these guys being called up. I would rather have these guys in the lineup. If Tom Thibodeau don't want to play Pat Home, if you don't want to play Huck Porty or Tyler Kolek, then bring these guys up that are really kicking ass in the G League. Bring them up and play those guys. I just don't understand. We don't have to waste money on other trades or trade assets that we wouldn't want to trade normally, when we already have talent to pull from, So let me just keep track of time here. So it's 7:10. I'm gonna wrap the pod up soon. But here are some guys that if we do that via trade, who's available? So right off the bat here, check this motherfucker out. John Collins. So people are gonna say, "Oh, John Collins, are you kidding me, bro? That's the guy you bring up." And people are gonna send me messages and stuff. But this year he's averaging 18, 8, 54% from the field, 45% from 3, 90% from the free throw line. That's a big man. That's what it says there. Dunk Central. That's real stats. That this was the other day. But this is real stats. So he's putting up good numbers on a bad team, yes. But so what? A lot of your favorite players that you want on this roster are playing on bad teams. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, this guy would be fantastic, man. I already talked about a guy like Precious coming in and starting, for the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? But he could just stay, or the Knicks could put a package together and get a guy that is absolutely going to do what we would now put Precious in the position to try to do. If John Collins came here, he would absolutely will come through the door 15-8. He's not somebody that's like only 15-8 on a bad team. He did it with Atlanta. He did these numbers throughout his whole career. Up and down, 15 points per game, that type of thing, sometimes 10 rebounds per game. You know what I'm saying? So he would come here and he would do this. He would do 18 and 8. Maybe 15 and 8, whatever you want to say. But he'll do it and he'll do it with great percentages all across the board. And he plays defense. And he's tough. So I wouldn't mind putting a package together to get this motherfucker if possible. I know Danny Ainge is the GM over there in Utah, but you make it happen. You know what I'm saying? You get something together and you make it happen. Who are you going to bench? Are you talking about benching Josh? Do you want to trade Josh? Are you talking about benching Mikal? Do you want to trade Mikal? So Utah, would you trade Mikal Bridges for John Collins? Here's the thing. If you want to compare stats, Mikal Bridges averaging 17, 3, and 3. I already said this guy's averaging 18-8 with great percentages across the board. You know what I'm saying? A trade could be made there. You know what I'm saying? A package, something could be made there. You know, if Utah will want to make a deal to make this roster stronger. You know what I'm saying? To help Cat out and make the and help OG out also. You know, help the guys out. We don't have to be doing other jobs other than what they've been doing in their career. You know what I'm saying? So that's one major guy that I really want to mention here. Another player too that's in the news with the Pelicans, and it's not Zion. Zion. Right now it's funny, but RJ Barrett is putting up better numbers than Zion right now. You know what I'm saying? And that is fucking hilarious. But the person that I want to talk about is Brandon Ingram. And Brandon Ingram is definitely on the trade block because the Pelicans seem to be sellers right now. They basically fucked up. They thought they had something and they didn't, and they're gonna be looking to move people. I guarantee that Zion's not gonna be on this roster for long. I guarantee all three of these guys, even my man here, CJ McCollum, he's not gonna be here either. So they're gonna do a fire sale and they're gonna start over. They're gonna do a hard reset over there. So Brandon Ingram, who would you trade for Brandon Ingram? Again, Mikal Bridges. Will Mikal Bridges help them over there? They kind of need a guy like that. If they're gonna get rid of CJ Warren, then Mikal Bridges can go over there and play shooting guard for them. And then they already got Brandon Ingram's replacement on the roster. They already have like two other players, Herb Jones and whoever the other freaking guy is on that roster that plays the same position, same height, weight, and everything. So they already got guys that can fill in for the small forward spot there. So them trading Brandon Ingram for Mikal Bridges would work perfect. And if you don't believe me, let's find out. Come to the videotape. Let's take a look at the Knicks. Let's take a look at the Pelicans. So I don't have a trade available for John Collins, but I'm just taking a look here. Let me get out of here. Taking a look here with the Pelicans. I do have an idea with the Pelicans. I was looking at this a while ago. But take a look at Mikal Bridges. Let's add him to the Pelicans. Let's add Brandon Ingram to the Knicks, right? So Brandon Ingram to the Knicks. So now we have basically a $13 million disparaging there. So who fits into that slot? Almost perfect. Mitchell Robinson. Guess what? Mitchell Robinson is also from New Orleans. So let's see if the trade works. Holy shit. So the Knicks, you mean to tell me the Knicks could trade Mikal Bridges and Mitchell Robinson, who's not playing right now, for Brandon Ingram? Would you do that? Would you do that? So if anybody's watching, please go to the comments of the video and let me know, would you do this trade here? If you've never seen it before, screenshot it and post it. And if you're gonna use it on out there, fucking say my name, please. You know what I'm saying? Would it be nice? But Brandon Ingram for Mikal Bridges and Mitchell Robinson, would you do that? And my answer is fuck yeah. The Pelicans need a center. Congratulations, Mitchell Robinson's right there for you. They can use a shooting guard because now they have the small forwards to fill in positions there. So Mikal Bridges can be the starting shooting guard for them over there. So that's that hard reset that they're looking for. That would work for them. And on our side, Brandon Ingram, even though he's skinny and this, that, and the other, everybody doesn't seem to matter. Doesn't seem to mind that OG is a starting power forward. So let OG stay where he is. And now you got Brandon Ingram next to him with Cat, and then you got Brunson, and now you got Josh Hart. So why does this work? Why am I going to be talking about this for the next few minutes? It's because Brandon Ingram could create his own shot. Most people are complaining, saying that, we need to put Mikal Bridges in the RJ spot. I think one of you guys said that. You know what I'm saying? Put Mikal Bridges in the RJ spot and make him do run offense through him. But that's not how Mikal Bridges plays. You know what I'm saying? Then we should have just kept RJ Barrett if that's the case, right? Another person is Juju. Juju created his own shot also. You know what I'm saying? So, but Juju was out of control. The thing here is that the Knicks have Karl-Anthony Towns doing what he does. I don't think this move like this would not affect Karl-Anthony Towns, because Karl-Anthony Towns gets his points, top of the key, driving to the basket. If he gets it in the post, he's always looking to pass. You know what I'm saying? He gets a lot of points off of rebounds and putbacks also. So, Brunson is the only other person that can create his own shot out there. So Brunson can stay on the perimeter and do what he does. If they make a pass and give it to Brandon Ingram now can isolate at the high post and low post and still slide to the corners and hit threes and stuff. So Brandon Ingram, I think, will be the Swiss Army knife to fill in all the spots offensively. So I think that works. Does it impact us defensively? I don't think so. I think it cleans up the team a little bit. It still gives us a problem though, because it still messes up rebounding wise. But Brandon Ingram is a little bit better rebounding than Mikal Bridges. So I think this works. And people are gonna say they don't like it because Mitchell Robinson, Mitchell Robinson, Mitchell Robinson. But we get Brandon Ingram, then we good money, I think. If you're worried about Mitchell Robinson, we could find a Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson's not even playing, so we could find a Mitchell Robinson if the Knicks are motivated to do so. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is a decent deal here. I also think that taking a look at John Collins is good too. But this is the major thing I really want to point out, guys, here. So if you guys agree, please go to the comments after the podcast and let's have a conversation about it there. You guys are also talking about it in the chat too, so I definitely appreciate you guys. But yeah, man. So I was gonna show some stats here for the Knicks. But we don't have to, man. We have to use our imaginations. How are we gonna get better? Is this team what we expect? Are we gonna keep complaining about, oh, we don't got rim protection, oh, we don't have an extra score, oh, Mikal Bridges sucks. Mikal Bridges sucks, but he's averaging 17, 3 and 3 with 48% from the field. You know what I'm saying? So, he's not playing bad. OG is OG. Everybody loves OG. And nothing bad to say about OG, right? So, I mean, how do we get better? How do we get better? We're gonna get better either just by getting healthy. Mitchell Robinson getting healthy. Precious is now healthy. Landry Shamet will come up. We could just stay the way that we are and just let our guys get healthy and let Tom Thibodeau, whoever, get the players that they want here. Maybe TJ Warren is one of them. Shamet is definitely one of them. Mitch is definitely one of them, and Precious now. So maybe that's enough, and then that'll get the Knicks going. We don't have to make a trade. That's something that we have to figure out. But this is the plot that's going to be ticking until that trade deadline comes in, if we even utilize the trade deadline. You know what I'm saying? So these are the two sides of the thing. We can either just get healthy internally and just build through there and then just run the table there internally and don't do anything. Or we're going to have to make a hard decision whether or not, certain guys actually fit what we're trying to do as a team. Not sentimental, not anything else. Well, how does it fit the team winning and get us closer to winning a championship? Because not everybody's going to stay. Not everybody's going to make it to the promised land, and we don't have to be forced to keep them. And all these trades that we have made up until this point, like getting OG, we traded two of our babies for OG, and nobody complained. Mikal Bridges, we traded like a whole future. We traded embryos over for Mikal Bridges. You know what I'm saying? So we made sacrifices for these players, man. You know what I'm saying? But does that mean that we're just stuck with these guys and we can never change? Or we definitely gonna have to take a look at some of the guys that I've mentioned and maybe some guys that you mentioned too. You know what I'm saying? So that there goes that, man. So hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. I just want to skeet through real quick to anybody that popped in. Shout out to Paris Duggar, as you see on the screen there. It said Paris Duggar donated $7 there. $7, holy shit! Usually, Paris is throwing dollars and $2 at me, so he threw a weird 7, sometimes 5. He threw a 7 at me, so I don't want to talk him up because motherfucker gonna start throwing thousands on me, just to spite me. But I'm just sliding through here. I just want to make sure I say what's up to people that popped in here. So here goes something here. 55. Play 55. That's Hawkporty, if I'm not mistaken, right? It said Matt Ryan will be waived. Keep 40 50 55. Everybody got their reasons, man. Hawkporty was drafted, so people want to keep guys for those reasons too. I see you, old head. I don't know, man. So I'm just scrolling down here, taking a look at a White Falcon. White Falcon's in the place. He said Utah Jazz has Taylor Hendricks. Okay, you're talking about something else. So I mean, you mentioning some different things. We got just Knicks in the place. Trading Mikal, Eru, you bugging. See, people are gonna have their opinion about that. You're gonna trade Mikal Bridges, you bugging. But I'm saying we have problems, guys. We have problems defensively guarding guys, and we have. So are we gonna keep complaining and say, oh, these guys need to play harder, or we guys need to do this, these guys need to step up? Maybe they can't. Maybe they literally are playing their best that they can, and then they can't step up. Maybe the Knicks defense is what it is because Mikal Bridges and OG are not big men. They're not forwards, really. Mikal's not really necessarily forward. He's really like a tweener, 2-2-3. They got him playing 3-4. That's not right. OG's playing 3-4-5. Or 4-5, I should say. So that's we're making guys do more than they should. Josh Hart, he's not a power forward, but last year we had him as a power forward. It's fucking crazy. Even to the point where USA Basketball wanted Josh to play power forward. That's wild, son. But keep it scrolling here. I'm looking at you guys' comments. Just, like I said, right now, I'm just trying to see if anybody that popped in here. We got uh Captain Booty Man. What up? He says hell to the no. So he's singing the hell to the no song. I don't know what he's saying hell to the no for. There's a lot of things I talked about. But like I said, not everyone's gonna agree. So, but that is for the conversation. I can't do anything about nothing. Just for the conversation. Looking to see anybody else popped in. So once again, if anybody that's commented or has been around that hasn't subscribed, please do so. Nicholas Paris Douglas super chat, definitely appreciate it, man. So he says because of Brunson, Ingram would work well because he's lethal third option that can get his own shot. Good call, Ebro. I need some young dogs. So yeah, that's the thing. People talk about option. Right now, the Knicks don't have options. The Knicks option is our offense. Our offense is the option. We run the Knicks run a just an open offense, just like a read and react offense. So whoever has a good shot takes it. Shout out to Teague. Teague in his podcast, he mentioned that Tom Thibodeau is like that. He wants the players to do what they do. He doesn't even coach. He just kind of just grumbles and stuff like that, and let guys make decisions how they're gonna make it, where they want to make it. So that's one thing about Tom Thibodeau. So Teague said that live on his podcast there. So there is no option. The Knicks don't have a guy. Okay, we're going to give the ball to this guy, let him score. Oh, but that didn't work. Oh, let's give it to the other guy, let him score. That's not how we play. We don't play option basketball. But if we did get Brandon Ingram, now we have a clear thing where we know shots are coming from certain guys. Right now, day to day, we don't know if Mikhail's going to have a big game or OG's going to have a big game. We know that Brunson and Cat are definitely going to get 25 a night. But the other guys, OG can get 10 points one night, 40 the next. Mikal Bridges can get 7 points one night and 30 the next night. So these guys really don't know who's who at the moment. Right now, it's just a team thing happening. Average, a thing of averages right now. But if, like I said, we get Brandon Ingram here, we definitely have a legit third scorer that we can go to. And on top of that, we still got Josh doing this thing, and we still will have other guys off the bench as well that's still going to be able to contribute, but more contribute in the way that they should, and like where they just get it when they fit in, outside of having a guy that's legit going to get you 20 points a night, and that's Brandon Ingram. So let's see who else commented here. We got D Cool 718. He said, y'all complain Mitch is injury prone, but Ingram is out due to injury more than Mitch. Yeah, so I mean that's why that trade will make sense too. Why you would trade Mitchell Robinson over there for Ingram. He definitely is injury prone, so that's a valid point there. You know what I'm saying? So he also could just be not playing because of the trade situation happening right now. Also to Google Brandon Ingram's interviews. He's always talking about ways that he can get better and stuff like that. So it's a give and take. But right now guys like Mitchell Robinson aren't playing at all. Another guy that's supposed to be on the roster, Shamet, hasn't played all season. So we got two guys that hasn't played all season that we're waiting to come back, in order for us to have a good year. You know what I'm saying? So, pick your poison depending on your argument there. You know what I'm saying? But valid point though, D Cool. So sliding down, Matt Ryan is garbage. Absolutely, man. He got a dope jump shot. That jump shot is wet, no doubt about that. But what the fuck are we talking about? So PJ Tucker is not PJ Tucker, is TJ Warren. But PJ Tucker is like 6'5" or something like that. And they got him playing power forward. All he wants to do is spit in people's mouths, and yell and scream. And I don't know if that's something that we want right now. I think he probably should retire, PJ Tucker, to tell you the truth, and just become a sneakerhead YouTuber. So anyway, no diss to him, but I mean he's old now. Hotline Bling, I'm just gonna click him because I never seen him before. He said this team needs more time. Whoever the Knicks get ain't beating the Celtics. So that's valid too. All that stuff is valid. All this talk, this still might not be enough to get us over the hump. So shout out to Hotline Bling. So another option is, like I said, and I did say that in the beginning, is for us to just get healthy. Us getting healthy might just be enough to do what we need to do. So here goes Harlem CEO here. It's my guy here. He said, quick question. Is Ingram better defensively than Mikal? That's a good question too. Is he? That's a good question because Mikal Bridges is a good help defender. I haven't really seen him lock anybody up. Shout out to some Twitter guys. They made a video showing Mikal Bridges playing defense. I forgot who it was. But it was on a score. But if you watch the video, he wasn't even playing defense. He actually was getting scraped. But he was saying, oh, look at Mikal Bridges playing good defense against this guy. And he wasn't, to tell you the truth. Mikal Bridges out there fighting for his life. And as far as Ingram playing his position at small forward, guarding other small forwards, I think he would do a better job than Mikal Bridges would do, just systematically and size wise, because Mikal Bridges is 6'6", and Ingram is a legit 6'8". So that 2 inches is a difference. Actually, lady, you know what I'm saying? 2 inches is a lot, baby. You know what I'm saying? Keep on scrolling. Just make sure I say what's up to my people before we get up out of here. He goes Trebby Ryan, man. Trebby Ryan gave me the song of a lifetime, the Die Hard Knicks theme song. Definitely got to get around to making a new video. It's already almost a quarter way through the season, and I still haven't updated the video. I will do that soon. Once again, I am doing a podcast at 8:00, man. So I really would like to get off in a second here. So let me just scroll real quick, see if anybody else that I haven't seen pops in here. Hotline Blink said Landry and Mitch ain't moving no needles. It's all valid. They might be the pieces that we need to get us over the top, or they just might be more bullshit. But like I said, this is the journey time. This is the time now between now and the trade deadline. 2 months. We got 2 months now to figure out what's real and what's not. But anyway, 7:30, I got to get ready for this podcast. It's going to be on the Nick of Time show with Phil Portal and Apollo Reed from the Nick. From my guy God of Nick show. We'll be doing a pod on the Nick of Time show. I'm thinking about also posting it on my channel as well. We'll see, but I'm definitely going to try to do it on Twitter. So without further ado, man, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys for your support and all this. But we're up out of here. This is Die Hard Knicks. Without further ado, 4 fingers to the forehead, tucking a thumb salute. And please enjoy the outro. Clap your cheeks if you're nasty, guys. Peace. See you guys in about 30 minutes over there on the Nick of Time show.
Eru, I see you. Die Hard. Trap. We gonna do this one the right way. We in here forever. Yeah. Die hard, homie, die hard. You can check the swag, he the realest by far. Swimming in that blue and orange, he the lifeguard. Yeah, he been through pain, at least he got some nice scars. He can smell a trophy, yeah, you need it back to back. Represent himself, his own name is on his back. 10 toes down, try to stop him, he come back. Bandwagon hoppers, he will knock you off your tracks. You ain't saying nothing, Nero been here from the start. He been working in the lab to take his team and make it art. See him going over film to help him build and make him smart. He will tell you how he feels because he's real and he got heart. He will never fade away, he will never change his face. Everybody picking faves and he's feeling out of place. Cause he is for the team and he always rep the squad. Like that Christmas movie, he gon' always die hard. City on my back. They ask me what's my name and it's on my back. I'm just speaking facts. We got big dreams, we ain't looking back. We be really die hard, yeah, that's a fact. We be really die hard, ain't no going back. Make the whole crowd rise like a thermostat. Fourth quarter, I'm the killer, that's gon'